Monty and 16 here. We can't believe this year is coming to an end.
When we started planning our chateau tours, we had prepared to go on an unforgettable journey. And after meeting new friends, seeing breathtaking sights, and learning so much rich history, we realized that not only was this year a year to remember, it's given us an experience that has forever changed us.
Before we say our final goodbye to the year, we'd like to take you along a quick look back on our adventures as we met new faces and explored the halls, gardens, and even the underground caves of France's most beautiful chateaux and historical sites. This hidden gem in the Loire Valley is an absolute charmer. Le Châtelet has been owned by the same family for 500 years. Grégoire Le Lassault, along with the help of castle restoration professionals, took over 20 years to restore Le Châtelet so that it can once again open its doors to guests.
We were lucky to not only be able to stay at this castle and call it our home for a few days, but also fortunate to have met a friend in Grégoire who graciously sat down with us to tell us the story of Le Châtelet. What a stunning chateau this is. Château des Le Rideau stands beautifully along the Indre River, with its reflection creating a perfect mirror image on the water. This 16th century beauty was our first tour of a famous chateau, a perfect way to start our French countryside adventure. We loved it so much that we didn't just go once, but twice.
Welcome to the Château d'Ussé.
What a treat it was to see the inspiration for Sleeping Beauty's castle. Everything about this chateau was fairy tale-like. From the high towers to the colorful gardens, Château d'Ussé served us a dream come true.
Welcome to Château de Chambord.
From Sleeping Beauty's castle to the chateau that inspired Beauty and the Beast, Château de Chambord was nothing short of extraordinary. The sheer size of this Renaissance masterpiece left us in awe.
With its iconic double helix staircase and its intricate rooftop spires, it felt like we had stepped into a storybook. Exploring the vast hunting grounds, originally designed for Francois I, made us realize just how grand life must have been during the chateau's heyday.
Château de Chenonceau stole our hearts with its elegance and intriguing history. Spanning the River Cher, this lady's château is renowned for its connection to powerful women like Catherine de' Medici and Diane de Poitiers.
This charming chateau has a fascinating history. It was once owned by a musketeer.
Château de Bellebat introduced us to two unforgettable new friends, Oscar and Jeff, who welcomed us into their home with warmth and incredible stories. Honestly, every house is like a page taken out of Architectural Digest. Tastefully designed, thoughtfully decorated, and comfortably arranged, a stay at Château de Bellebat is one for the books.
Oscar and Jeff's passion for preserving the chateau's heritage was truly inspiring, and their hospitality made our visit even more special. If you think chateaux are all about towering spires and opulent rooms, Château de Brezé will surprise you. This chateau is famous for its extensive underground tunnels and cave system, making it one of the most unique we've seen. Descending into the troglodyte world beneath the chateau, we discovered wine cellars, medieval kitchens, and even a hidden drawbridge system. It was a fascinating glimpse into a world few get to see.
Château de Lillette's charm is unparalleled. We met the lovely Michaud family who graciously showed us around the castle they grew up in. Known for its connection to artists Camille Claudel and Auguste Rodin, this romantic retreat felt like stepping into a tranquil painting. The gardens were the perfect spot to pause and soak in the serenity, and we could see why it inspired so many creative minds.
Rising majestically above the Loire River, Château de Saumur looked like something out of a medieval fantasy. The chateau has served as a fortress, a prison, and even a barracks, and its history is as impressive as its panoramic views. We spent hours wandering through its museum, learning about the region's equestrian culture and admiring ancient artifacts. Château du Rivaux brought us face to face with the legacy of Joan of Arc. This enchanting chateau played a role in her story, as it was from here that she acquired war horses to aid her campaigns during the 100 Years' War. Walking through its historic halls, we couldn't help but imagine the young heroine preparing for her legendary battles.
Beyond its connection to Joan of Arc, the chateau is surrounded by fairy tale-inspired gardens, with whimsical art installations and vibrant blooms that brought a sense of magic to our visit. It was a blend of history and fantasy that made Rivaux special.
Chinon Fortress holds an even more pivotal place in the story of Joan of Arc. It was here in 1429 that she met the future King Charles VII to convince him of her divine mission to liberate France from English rule.
The fortress, perched high above the Vienne River, offered stunning views and a powerful sense of its medieval importance. As we explored its ramparts and learned more about Joan's connection to this stronghold, we could feel the weight of the decisions made here that ultimately shaped French history. Dumont de Condé is known as the site of the wedding of Wallis Simpson and Edward VIII, but when we visited, it had a completely different vibe. It was dressed up in full Halloween decor, which made for a super cool castle experience that felt like we had stepped into a gothic fairy tale. The Art Deco interiors and picturesque grounds was like a time capsule, giving us a glimpse into a bygone era of opulence and scandal.
Our visit to the Fontevraud Abbey was certainly awe-inspiring. The architecture of the abbey is a stunning mix of Romanesque and Gothic styles, and the peaceful atmosphere of its cloisters and gardens felt almost otherworldly.
Fontevraud's transformation over the centuries, from a monastic complex to a royal necropolis, makes it a truly unique place. There was something distinctly soothing about visiting the abbey, and it remains one of the most unforgettable parts of our adventure.
Moving beyond the Loire Valley, Rouen Cathedral was a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. Its towering spires and intricate facade left us speechless. Standing in the same spot where Claude Monet once painted his famous series of the Cathedral, we couldn't help but feel inspired by the beauty and history surrounding us. This magnificent cathedral also served as the burial place of some remarkable figures, including Rollo, the first Duke of Normandy, and Richard the Lionheart. Well, at least his heart, which is interred here.
Reims Cathedral, a jewel of Gothic architecture, is deeply intertwined with the history of French royalty. Over the centuries, 33 kings of France were crowned in the city of Reims, with the majority, 25 of them, crowned in this very cathedral. This tradition began with Clovis, the first king of the Franks, who was baptized here by Saint Remigius in 496 AD. Clovis's baptism marked the beginning of France's Christian monarchy, establishing Reims as a sacred site for royal anointing. Beyond its royal legacy, Reims Cathedral is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its architectural brilliance and historical significance.
Christmas is both our favorite holiday, so we were really excited about going to Strasbourg, where the magic of the Christmas season comes alive every year. The Strasbourg Christmas Village, often called the capital of Christmas, was a dreamscape of twinkling lights, festive stalls, and the smell of mulled wine in the air. Wandering through the charming streets of this Alsatian town, surrounded by half-timbered houses and holiday cheer, is the perfect way to close out an unforgettable year.
As we step into the new year, we're looking forward to an even bigger adventure. We'll be interviewing more chateau owners, staying at more castles, and taking you, our amazing community, along for the ride. We'll continue to launch more online castle guides to help you plan your own adventures and write about our travels on savingcastles.com. Plus, we're excited to share even more of our love for medieval history through our podcast, Saving History, on Spotify. And of course, we'll be bringing you even more of our adventures right here on our Saving Castles YouTube channel.
To our community, we want to say thank you. Your support, enthusiasm, and shared passion for preserving history mean everything to us. As we look to the future, we hope to involve you even more in what we do, whether it's through helping us uncover hidden stories, sharing your own chateau experiences, or even joining us on projects that contribute to the restoration and preservation of these incredible sites. Together, we can continue to breathe new life into history and keep these treasures alive for generations to come.
Here's to the next chapter of our journey, one we're thrilled to share with all of you. Let's make history together.